Coach, would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Would you talk about some offense and defensive linemen?
Well, I was a quarterback receiver coach my entire career. However, I'm an offensive line coach wannabe, I think, and a D-line coach wannabe, because there's no one appreciates what goes on in the trenches more than myself. And I know you, well, you're a former lineman. So whenever we had a team meal, offense lineman, defense lineman eat first. Whenever we go on a plane trip, offense lineman, defense lineman sit in first class.
First class?
First class. Coaches sit in the back, head coach sits in the back. AD sits in the back. The linemen get to sit up front. They're treated right. We all know this is a nasty world in there in the trenches, and we knew going into this game, Ohio State, Michigan State, this was going to be one in the trenches. And so here, watch Panashuk here, number 72. He's in the B gap, and he's going to slant to the A gap. That's about 660 pounds put on him. Everybody's going to take a look at this. He gets rocked out of there, but at the end of the day, he gets a plus. You get a plus or minus each play.
Right.
He gets a plus. Because the offensive line is supposed, this is zone blocking. The center and right guard are supposed to go block 72 to 35. 72 eats up 2 blockers. Now he gets punished in the, he gets hammered here in the meantime. But look at 35, steps up, hits the tailback for no gain. And that's all set up by who? Number 72, Panashuk.
And look at his leverage on contact. I mean, if he wasn't lower than those 2 big offensive guys.
Oh, I might get thrown out of
yeah, he may have been
thrown out of the bar, they say, right?
Okay, that guy deserves to sit in first class, there's no
Absolutely.
doubt. I think we have another double team coming up here. They get Raekwon Williams. I believe he's on the move. There's nothing worse than a D lineman being on the move and getting double teamed because he has no base, he has no leverage.
Your comment is correct. Once a lineman gets moving, first of all, they're so big they have a hard time not moving, and you get a little momentum with a guy. So 99 gets here, he starts the moving. The center, Josh Myers, does a great job getting underneath his pads. They rock him out of the, he gets knocked out of the picture here.
But again, to your point, he uses 2 blockers.
He does, and look at 35, does a great job fitting off his block. These are the people that win the game for you, offensive and defensive linemen.
Okay, so that's a look at the guys up front from a physical standpoint. Let's look at it from an effort standpoint.
All right, Jerry, here's number 99 again, who just got double teamed.
Right.
Raekwon Williams here. He's a 3 technique, which means he's over the guard. He's moving to our left. And the Brendan Bowen, the right tackle's responsibility is to cut him off. And at first he hasn't cut off, but just the effort, which you talked about. Here's a big man that gives great effort and tracks down Master Teague, the tailback for Ohio State. This is all effort.
Here's another guy I think you might know, Jay-Sean.
Okay, here's Jay-Sean Cornell, number 9. He's a 3 technique over the right guard of Michigan State. This is another pure effort. This is an angle move, and this is, watch how he gets skinny, knows exactly where the drop of the quarterback's going to be. Obviously, Jay-Sean's been around for a while. He's well coached. But what I like, once again, this is a 280-pound man giving great effort, launches himself into the quarterback. Great effort.
Body lean is just superb the way he winds up being right in Brian Lewerke's face because he's leaning back towards where he's throwing it.
Well, let's pause it right here, and this happens quite often all across the field. The offensive lineman and the defensive lineman, the right guard for Michigan State, Jay-Sean Cornell, the 3 technique, he's on a slant move. I'm going to pause it here. Okay, what's going to finish it? Technique's over. Now it's effort.
Right.
Now you got to launch yourself into the play, and that's why I love Jay-Sean Cornell. Did a great job here. You saw a Michigan State defensive lineman do the same. What gets you past this? Technique got you here. Now it's got to be effort. That's great effort.
You mentioned technique. Let's go to technique. This is one of my favorite plays, one of my favorite techniques. Look at the left guard.
So this is a passing situation, and you got the left guard working with the center and actually the right guard. And what the offensive line coaches teach are get depth, especially in passing situations, because you want to be able to keep your shoulders square and pass it off. The center gets great depth here. And you can tell they're well coached here because they're expecting this. But the left guard kind of sets the chain of events here. He gets good contact on the slanter, the defensive tackle, and he keeps his shoulders square and picks up the twist.
That is well done by 73. This could be my favorite play of the year so far. All right, Coach, one more offensive tackle, pass set, and body position. Right tackle.
Okay, right tackle gets a great set. And then the thing that I think both of us really appreciate is watch how we call it a reverse arc. And that's where you don't bend at the waist. See him bend at the ankles, knees, and hips.
Right.
And he drops down in a great, we call that a right here, that's a football position. That's very hard for 6'5" men to get into, especially when a guy's trying to bull rush you like Ohio State's guy is here. That's excellent football position. That's very athletic. Watch both the left tackle and right tackle do a very good job. What do they do a good job? Getting hands on body. Notice the hands are in tight as well. They're not being, the D end doesn't have the ability to smack their hands off them. But what I think is most impressive, what you just said, is watch how he sits in a football position. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's absolutely perfect.
Yep. Shoulders are just a little bit ahead of the knees, arched back.
But most big guys bend at the waist. And you call them waist benders. This is not a waist bender.
No, it's not.
That's an athlete.
No.
I bet he was a good basketball player in high school.